Hello, everyone. I'm going to be talking about Little Nightmares 3 and how I think it's getting way too much hate. I personally really think that it's genuinely really good. I don't see it as this crazy finale ending to the first two games, because that's not what it is. Because with the fact that you see the Necropolis, which has not really any semblance, no through line connection to the other areas, like the candy factory manufactures candy, which is seen in the carnival. That gives it some kind of through line. That's nice. But with the Necropolis, what it's trying to say, and what it's trying to tell everyone, is this is a sequel that takes place years later after Little Nightmares 1, which, from what we know, Little Nightmares 1 takes place after the second game. You see a wasteland, but it, looks like an ocean. In fact, you get off a boat. You see nets to catch fish when you're climbing up the ladder to enter into the Necropolis. It's showing that 6 and mono stories, they're over. They're done. They're finished. That's why Tarsier Studios left. They didn't get to make the game they wanted, but also they finished the story. They don't want to move on. They don't want to make more stories because the story that they wanted to tell is already done. So they're moving on to make Reanimal, which I'm very excited to see. But I think we need to give the new story that Supermassive Games is making a fair chance. Don't see the third game as this ending, this super big finale, because it's not, as you can see. It's setting up the new games. Because you can't just go straight to the eye goop monster that we saw in the second game. We can't just go to eye goop monster. We can't do that. We have to build to it. Because they obviously want to make more games. They obviously want to continue this franchise, so they need to set it up properly. So I think with Little Nightmares 3, I think it's a perfect entry for a new, like, almost sort of kind of a reboot. It's kind of like a soft reboot in a way. It's giving new characters. It's like a next generation Little Nightmares, I guess would be the better term. I think it's going to be really good with this new, nice little kind of niche story. It's like the first game. The first game wasn't too long, it was a pretty short game. It was nice and pretty simple, but had a lot of intriguing stuff in it. And I think with this, I think it gives a lot of new things. Like the art direction, for instance, has changed a lot for the third game. It's not very noticeable at first, but once you look at it, it seems smoother. The game looks crisp, very nice visuals, and it's much more color popping. Whenever I saw candles or lanterns in the game, it looked so warm and gave off this just radiant, just beautiful, calm, warm glow. I really think that the third game needs to be given a shot because it's Supermassive Games trying their first time to get into this world. And I don't doubt that with the next Little Nightmares game, Little Nightmares 4, I think that'll be a great game. Honest to God. I think it'll be a Little Nightmares 2 situation. Not in the fact of it's going to be a prequel, but in the fact I think it's going to be bigger and better. I think it'll be great. But with the third game, I think it gives a nice new art direction with the colors all popping out, the animations being very smooth and crisp, the monster designs being nice and interesting. I'll leave a bit of criticism with the supervisor. She's cool, she's interesting, but I will say, not the best monster design, but I think it is really good though. Mainly where I think the monster designs really shine is with the counselor. Not the craziest design, but honestly really cool with the eye and the hand. I think it's very interesting. This monster stretching throughout the building, holding everything together. It's a very fascinating concept. And I think with the kin and minikin, I think they are wonderful designs. They are amazing. They're great. The game definitely isn't what it was marketed as. Because I personally think that the game should have been marketed more towards being like this new first entry in the next couple of games. It'll be kind of like this new first, like reset kind of game. of where it sets up stuff, gets your new character involved, and it's going to go on to the story. You have a nice niche little story that works really nice. I think it's cute. Now, with the gnome and the shadow thing is a bit iffy, but it can be chalked up very well to, oh, the lady's dead, so souls are freed, so now they're just gnomes. Easily just say that. I don't know. It's odd, and I know it sucks that that happened, but we have to give the new developers a chance. They tried getting most of the stuff right, and for all intents and purposes, they really did. It was a nice, sweet little story about a boy who was trapped, wanted to escape with his imaginary friend. Had so much power in this world that he was able to bring to life this little doll. And by the end, she vanishes. She can't come with him into the real world. And it's sad. It's a sad ending. But I love it. I love this story. I think it's great. And I think so much that it's such an interesting. It's so interesting to see the actual kids' faces, not super obscured anymore. You can actually see their eyes. Their, you could always kind of see their nose and their mouth, but you've never been able to see their eyes. But you can see that in the flashbacks. You can actually get flashbacks in a Little Nightmares game for once. This is probably the most, like, in your face stories, and I like it. I like that they gave a new try at the storytelling style. I like that they changed up the art for it a little bit, gave it a bit more color. Instead of like 1 and 2 having your little, very blue gradients on everything, I like that it's a bit more colorful, but just to have those very dark moments, but then get lit up and get this nice, beautiful light of some of the backgrounds that just light up the whole desolate, dark world of Little Nightmares. Or you run into a candle or a lantern that has this warm, beautiful light and you just want to stare at it. I genuinely think this game is great. I think it's a great game. But I do understand why people aren't the happiest with it. But personally, me, and quite a few others, really enjoy this game. So please, for the people who are hating on this game, please try to view it as the first of a new generation of Little Nightmares games. It's a new story in the same universe. So please just give the game a chance. People who don't like it, just try replaying it, try rewatching a video on it, playthrough, and just try giving it a chance. Because I think it's a great game. And I really want people to see what I see. Anyways, I hope all of you have a great day or night whenever you're watching this. May God be with you all and may God keep you all safe. Goodbye.